Hello. This is awkward. I could whip out my whole mixer and get a mic and some headphones and film a little podcast episode by myself, but I think I just want to try to test this out and just try to get used to the feel. Was about to try to do a little, all right, I'm 7 days into 2021. What am I doing differently? Type of shit. Kind of awkward, but ain't nothing to it but to do it. If I want to start sharing, creating this content, blogging, getting my YouTube, essentially, I really want to get Hippie Chik lifestyle cracking, so I don't even have to utilize all these other social networks. I want to create my own hub, but let's just get our feet wet and just see what's up. All right, today is January 7th. We're 7 days into 2021, and I think I just want to talk about what is different for me thus far. Like what I'm trying to do different this year that I have not been doing last year. And it's been a week. Seems like it's been way longer than that, because 2021 is already trying to fuck out of all of us. But let's see. I think the most significant change for me is applying the things that I've been learning in therapy and facing the fears that I've been avoiding my whole life. So as I'm working through some of this trauma and overcoming it and getting the tools and kind of just like having my whole mindset rewired to be able to make space for me to grow and expand, I'm actually applying the things that I'm learning. When I first got into therapy, she gave me a bunch of homework, a bunch of assignments. It was still very hard for me to do, for me to commit to. Most of it was on self-love, taking care of self, taking time for self. I have never been a put myself first type of person, so it was very hard for me to kind of roll into that. So the easiest way for me to just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to have to try, is I'm starting with a morning ritual. And I can't say that I've ever done that before. And a morning ritual that is heavily influenced or heavily like focused on self-love and taking care of myself and kind of just creating space for myself. That is, yeah, this is definitely some 2021 shit for me. So when I used to wake up, the first thing that I would do is probably smoke some weed. I mean, before I drink water, before I eat, before I do anything, the first thing I'll probably do is smoke weed, which would be right by my nightstand, and I would end up on my phone, whether it's FaceTime or whoever called and woke me up, whether it's texting, whether it's checking emails, whether it's trolling the gram. The first things that I would normally do is be on my cell phone and fucking smoke weed. So far in 2021, I have not smoked weed. I smoked my last one on New Year's Eve, and I haven't been smoking for a week. If you know me and I tell you I ain't smoking, you probably like, bitch, what is you going through? It's not even anything like that. It's really just a part of me just wanting to be disciplined and rewire my everything. It's like a process. My therapist had already told me to meditate for a minimum of 10 minutes a day, you know, months ago. Didn't do it. She told me to, you know, listen to certain podcasts, self-help podcasts, to journal daily. Didn't do it. But I understand why she was telling me to do these things, and I understand the importance of these things. And I actually I couldn't really understand, like, I know this is to help me, so why am I paying for therapy and not actually doing the work that she's assigning to me? And I just kind of wanted, like, you know, the new year is a fresh start. But this is not something that I'm just trying to do for a week. I'm not saying I'm trying to quit smoking weed forever, but this is until I feel like that rewiring is actually happening, then I just want to regain control of my shit. So let me tell y'all about my morning ritual. First things first, cleanse and refresh. Drink water or shower. I told y'all I ain't waking up drinking no damn water. Me and water. Yeah. But to cleanse and refresh, like I don't touch my phone now. I'm going to do all these things before I touch my phone. That's what I've been doing for the last 7 days. drink water, shower. Number 2, attract abundance. Write 3 things you are grateful for. I've never had a gratitude journal that I actively wrote in every day. But again, that's rewiring your brain. Like, I do a lot of negative self-talk, and I'm very hard on myself. And I am grateful and thankful for a lot of things. But being present and like reminding myself every day to like, I haven't done that. I got me a little gratitude journal from Vagabond Journals. I love these. My personal journal was from her that I got a few years ago. I just ordered me 2 more. These are hand painted. They each have a little message, a different painting. She like literally tea stains the pages by hand. She binds the book by hand. It's a black woman. Y'all know I'm a fan. It's the most beautiful shit ever. But this now acts as my gratitude journal and my manifestation journal. So just started this year, and I'm loving how that's going so far. So I attract abundance by writing 3 things that I'm grateful for every morning. Connect mindfully. Inhale and exhale 5 deep breaths. When do I just stop and fucking inhale and exhale and take some deep breaths for myself, or just to be present, soak it all in? I'm not that type of girl. I'm ripping and running, doing everything but fucking being there for myself. So this is about to be a whole new world for me, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated. We 7 days in. I give you a weekly, situation. Number 4, ignite clarity and creativity. Burn candles, incense, oils, whatever you feel. I have incense, sage, and a candle right next to my bed. So like, I don't even have to get out of bed when I'm doing all these things. I practically sleep with my journals. I got my little light on the nightstand. I got everything that I need to ignite my clarity right there, where I can just roll over and just do these things to like really make this ritual like second nature. Self-heal. Number 5, self-heal. Meditate for 10 to 30 minutes. I am not a meditating person. I have struggled with meditation for a long time, so I feel like it was not me, but I'm actually trying. I feel like it was not for me, but I'm actually trying. I'm actually going to like put some real effort into trying to connect, and at least just, I used to feel like I was too busy and I couldn't give myself 10 minutes to meditate, but I would be trolling the gram for 2 hours, like, and not even posting, just on that bitch doing nothing. So before I touch my phone, again, I'm going to take 10 minutes for myself. And I've been on YouTube looking up different meditations, one for self-love, one for focus, one for forgiveness. I have a hard time forgiving myself for a lot of self-sabotaging ways, and I have a hard time forgiving myself for allowing people who don't matter to have so much control over me and my light, and, dimming it to make other people comfortable. It's like I'm mad at myself for that. I feel like I wasted so many years dimming my light and self-sabotaging, just really scared of my full potential and all this shit, because it makes people, my light just be bothering niggas, and I always internalized that and felt super bad since I was a kid. Elementary, like, I've never not experienced that. So that's some trauma that I'm really having to work through. So I do listen to a lot of forgiveness, self-forgiveness, meditations, energy, focus. I procrastinate a lot. So, different ones. So yeah, I've been listening to different little podcasts. My phone storage is full, and it's kind of weird because this is the new iPhone, but it has all the old shit from my other iPhone. So after I finish this video, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But picking up where I left off, my meditation, this is something I have never done consistently in my life. I have taken meditation classes, I have attempted, I have tried. I never really felt like I was doing it right. Now I am starting to like see the benefit of it, and I'm starting to make it a part of my everyday practice, and I feel good about that. So that was number 5, self-healing. Number 6, be open to change. Stretching, yoga, dancing. Let me tell you, I don't do nan one, okay? Especially dancing. And I got the biggest fucking mirror of all time in my living room. And you would think I just get in front of there and live my best life, but I don't. So the stretching, the yoga, and the dancing daily is something, I pick one on, do all 3, but it's still something that I've never done before on a consistent basis. And it's like I have never even really just given myself the freedom to dance. I don't know. I need to kind of dig into that and just figure out. I used to dance. I used to be into that shit. What happened to me that made me so, like, go inside my head so much to where I'm not even comfortable dancing in the privacy of my own fucking home. That was number 6. Number 7, manifestation. Write down your goals and intentions for the day. Again, in the same journal that I put my gratitude in, I put my manifestations in daily, at least 3, you know. So that has been, I manifest heavily, but it's like when I am inspired, when I move, when it flows. It's not a daily practice for me. So this is different. And the last one is nurture of self-love. And that's like going for a walk in nature. You know what I'm saying? Or just being outside, connecting with nature in some way. Again, all of this before I get locked into my device. You know what I'm saying? And because I have eliminated weed from my situation for I don't know how long. Maybe I'll start back smoking next month, but I probably at least need a month to just reset, you know? Like, I've been getting equipped in 2020 going through therapy, and I love my therapist, Nisha. She is absolutely amazing. Shout out to Marion for referring her to me. Like, she is God sent, and she's really been helping me. And what I'm realizing is everything that I've been afraid of this whole time, the moment I decided to choose me, the moment I decided, like, you know, I'm going to stand in my light. I'm going to affirm myself. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I allow everybody else to beat me down and make me feel bad for being brilliant and for being special and for having the light that I have. And it's like, my therapist say, you're a natural born leader. Stop trying to put that dumbass follower hat on. And I try to put the dumbass follower hat on because me being that natural born leader sometimes make people uncomfortable. I'm also an empath. Then I be feeling all guilty and bad. You know, like, I internalized and did the wrong thing. But now I'm trying to choose me. And I really want to do the work and put in the work. So, first 7 days in, I'm hitting my morning rituals. I'm not smoking weed. I'm trying to stop hoarding all my ideas. I be so self-conscious about, like, my mind. When I see things, I see them like as the finished product. So it's like I don't be want to start. I be wanting to do that shit like how I see it in my head. And sometimes you just gotta start and do it and turn your fucking camera on. I got everything I need to do everything that I've been procrastinating about. You know, so now it's just like pushing myself off the ledge and allowing myself to build a plane on the way down. And this is just a process. I guess I will give you guys a weekly check-in. I do want to have a weekly vlog. I ain't really been out the house. I've been doing a little makeup here and there. But I really been here cleaning up, redoing my home to get ready for Cookin Wit Mel, the podcast that I want to release that I've been talking about for years. I've been here organizing my shit for Hippie Chik. I got so much beautiful ass inventory and just so much fire ass content that, like, when I get this shit up on the site, I'm gonna be dropping it daily. Like, I gotta stop hoarding all this awesomeness because I'm afraid of growing and expanding and excelling, because I'm afraid of being ostracized and losing people. You know what I'm saying? But they say elevation requires separation. And if I lose people because I'm expanding and walking in my purpose and becoming my full self, then I'm starting to believe that they had no right. They don't even have the privilege. They don't even deserve to even be there. I want reciprocal friendships, reciprocal relationships. I pour into people. You know what I'm saying? I want people that believe in me and that pour into me and that are not intimidated by me expanding. And that's what I'm manifesting daily, for real. Those type of people. And I have to get comfortable with those who don't fit that, you know, exit in my life. And it's uncomfortable because just in a few weeks, shit, I've literally experienced having to affirm myself in situations that I've dreaded. And I'm just glad that I had the tools to be able to do it. And to be able to choose myself and to be able to stand up for myself and speak up for myself and set boundaries. And these are all things that, like, I always feel like I just have to let shit slide because I got to be the bigger person. Or I always feel like, you know, well, I'm strong and I just, you know, I'm going to eat that because I know I can deal with it. But just, I'm rewiring my fucking brain. And I'm going hard for myself. And I'm about to bring all these fucking visions to life. Because me looking at old notes and shit from 2015 is pissing me off to see that I've been talking about Cookin Wit Mel since then, when I was getting it cracking on Snapchat, you know, 2016 Cookin Wit Mel. Now it's 2021 and I still ain't officially put out the fucking episode. It's like, I'm not procrastinating no more. You know, like Hippie Chik, seriously, since 2012. It's 2021. It's like me doing makeup tutorials. I've been saying I was gonna do that shit. I've been doing makeup for over a decade. It's like I can do all of these things in the comfort of my fucking home. Do it. I want to be self-sufficient. I'm insecure and self-conscious about my graphic design and my video editing. And I be feeling like it ain't bomb enough like how I be seeing it in my head. But at this point, I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm just trying to get the message out. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of healing to do within myself. And I got a lot of love and healing that I can share to the world. And I just have to stop being afraid. You know, like I put a lot of my focus and energy into my music events. That was the way that I used my powers. That was the way that I used my healing gifts. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to use my powers and do that without actually having to be sitting right here talking and just letting. I was trying to do it through the music events, but I am a powerful being. I'm a very powerful healer, and I know that. I have always known that. And it's just time for me to stop being afraid. So this is what 2021 is bringing to you, girl. And this is random, but fuck it. Let's just see what happens. We'll see what the update is for next week. I love y'all. Peace. Oh, and lastly, I forgot about the last part of my ritual. My therapist has me looking at an old picture of myself in a frame and saying these affirmations to myself in the morning when I wake up and before I go to bed. And she had me, after one of our sessions, she had me write this affirmation. And when she had me write it, it was so crazy. And I wrote that in my personal journal. But I am to read myself this every day for 3 months. And I won't actually read what mine say because it is extremely personal. And when I had to read it to her, I cried like a little fucking baby. But I will share with you guys the steps in case you want to do it yourself. And this is about me helping myself to forgive myself for the self-sabotage and like all the things that I currently beat myself up for now at 34. Step 1 is focus on repentance. I'm sorry. You talk to your younger self, or, you know, whatever that, you apologize for the things that you keep beating yourself up about. You know, you listen, this is not an easy assignment. You really got to go in there and dig deep. So step 1, focus on repentance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mel, for boom. And you looking at this picture of yourself, you kind of like talking to yourself. And she wants to rewire your brain. So it's like 3 months, you're going to say these exact affirmations to yourself twice a day. Step 2, ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me for, you know. First, it's focus on repentance. I'm sorry. Step 2, ask for forgiveness for yourself. You know, please, because I got to forgive myself for some of this shit that I've allowed to happen to me. And some of the shit, you know, I didn't set boundaries. It's so much shit, you know, and I'm holding on to that. And I really got to give myself some grace and love on myself a little bit more. Love on myself the way I love on everybody else. And step 3 is focus on gratitude. You know, so you focus on repentance. I'm sorry. You ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me for. Step 3, focus on gratitude. Thank you for, you know, because you recognize all the things, but then you also have to show some gratitude, because if you are doing this, that means you are trying to make a change and you conscious of it and you want to and are taking the steps towards doing better, and you need to acknowledge yourself for that. So that's also something that I do. All right, now I'm gone for real. I love y'all. See y'all next week.